guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a tutorial based on this look, and I really like how it turned out. It can be good for New Year's, birthday, really just any time you want to go out, and I really love how this turned out, and I got to use a couple shadows I've never used before, and so if you like the way this looks, then just keep watching. So first I'm going to take MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I'm going to prime my eyes. This concealer is really good for priming if you don't have an eye primer. And then I'm going to blend that out and then set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. You can set it with any powder, but make sure to set it with powder, that way your eyeshadow goes on smoothly. So to start with this transition color, I'm going to take Makeup Geek's Creme Brûlée. Since we're going for a really dramatic look, it's really important to start really light and just build. Then I'm going to go in with Barcelona Beach by Makeup Geek and place that right over the top of Creme Brûlée. I'm also using the same brush that I used for Creme Brûlée. And then going in with the Urban Decay Naked Smokey palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Password. And with a different, smaller blending brush, I'm going to place this in the outer half and then work it in. I'm not going to go above the first two shades, that way it blends out and gives your eye more dimension. And as you can see with the brush, you just lay it flat with the bristles and just sweep. And then going back in with that same fluffy brush, the original one, you're just going to blend it all out. Next, going in with that same palette with the shade Dagger, I'm going to apply this in the same spot that I applied Password, but I'm going to really have to blend this out because as you can see, it's really dark. I'm going to pack this on the outer edge and then work it in. Again, with my brush laying flat, that way I can really just avoid going above the crease. And it's really important for every new shade that you add to go back and blend each shade out. That way there's no harsh lines. Next I'm going to take the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette and I'm going to go in with the shade Serious. It's more of a gray, darker shadow, but it's less blue and I wanted it to be more of a dark smoky eye and stay away from more of the blue. I'm just going to pack this on where I applied Dagger and then go back and blend it all through. Now going in with the Urban Decay shimmery shadow called Diamond Dog, I'm going to pack that all on the lid. And I didn't originally spray my brush with Fix Plus, but then I went back in, sprayed it with Fix Plus, and it came out a lot more foiled and more metallic-y, and that's what I was going for. I absolutely love this shimmery shadow. I've never used it before, and I am very pleased with how it turned out. Then I'm going to go back in with Creme Brûlée from Makeup Geek and just blend everything out. And I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be darker or not, so it's best to start light, and then I went back in and added, from that Gwen Stefani palette, the shade Blackout and just added that in the outer corner. This is going to give your eye a lot of dimension. And then with no additional product, just blending that out with the big fluffy brush. Then going in with my Maybelline gel eyeliner, I'm just going to do a small line for my eyes because I don't want to do a winged or anything thick because that's going to take away from all the shadow that we've applied. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply just a small coat of mascara. That way my lashes and the falsies that we're going to put on blend together. The lashes I'm going to be using are the House of Lash Iconic Lashes. They are amazing. They are so full, so thick, and so good for dramatic looks like this that you aren't applying liner to. The band is kind of thick, so if you have trouble, you just have to really work with them, and tweezers are my best friend. And I always pinch my lashes and the falsies together. And then these lashes, I believe, are like only $12, but if you want cheaper ones, a good dupe for them are the Cocoa Lashes in Goddess. Next, I'm going to prime my face with the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This stuff is amazing. It's oil-free, and it is really hydrating for my face, and it just smooths everything out. And then going in with the Makeup Forever smoothing primer, I'm just going to apply that to any more texture that I have. And mixing the Smashbox Studio Skin in the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, I'm going to apply that all over my face. As you can see, it does not match my face, but it does match my body. My body is much tanner than my face. And it looks really orangey right now, but we're going to fix it with concealer. And applying your foundation with a brush and then going over it with a beauty blender is going to give it a much more airbrushed effect. It's my favorite way to apply foundation. And then taking my favorite full coverage concealer, I am applying the Tarte Shape Tape. I love this if I'm going to be wearing makeup all night long because it's very full coverage. And definitely a lot goes a long way. And I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender, my favorite way to blend out concealer. And then I'm going to set everything with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's my favorite powder. I normally don't set my whole entire face because I do have dry skin. But for this case, since it is New Year's Eve and we're going to be wearing makeup all night long, I am going to set my whole entire face. And I also will link all the brushes down in the description box below, and I will link all the products I'm using. And next to contour, I'm going to use the Smashbox bronzer. Again, I will have it linked in the description box below. I'm just going to do the outer part of my face with it. I love it because it's not too warm. And then over top that, I'm just going to blend it out with some Matte Give Me Sun. This is my favorite bronzer. Oh yeah, and make sure to always get your neck. You need to blend everything out. And I didn't really do much of my eyebrows. I don't like really thick, bold eyebrows, but I am using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown and just kind of filling in what I need to. And then for underneath my eyes, I'm going to go in with that same shade Dagger and with a pencil brush, just tight line my waterline. Applying eyeshadow underneath your eye is going to make it appear much larger. And I do connect the bottom all the way to the top of the outer corner. And then just to blend that out so it's not so harsh, I'm just going back in with that fluffy brush and using Creme Brûlée. And then I'm going to line my waterline with the Revlon Colorstay black liner, and then just apply that same telescopic L'Oreal mascara. And then finally, I'm going to do my favorite thing of makeup is highlight my face. I'm using the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. I absolutely love it. It's kind of hard to tell in this, but it is the best highlighter. And I apply it usually at all high points of my face and including my brow. And then to finish off this look, I'm just using the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Vintage. It's a pretty sheer, glossy nude, and then to make it even more glossy, I'm adding this Covergirl lip gloss. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.